Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Lika Kenobi. And before we get started, I would like you guys please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. So far that I've talked about right now, what's been going on with China and the United States. The last time we checked, um, China was a bit of a war with tariffs against Donald Trump and everything, and Trump is trying to get China to cooperate, with everything that they have done, how they treated the U.S. and everything. So they have raised the tariffs on China, so then China will probably retaliate. But especially when Trump decided all around the countries except for China and the U.S., they paused the tariffs for 90 days. So we'll see what happens in a couple of months after that. But right now Hollywood is planning on banning. I mean, China is planning on banning Hollywood, so they don't have any American films over there. But this is going to turn. There's probably going to turn the. It's probably going to be bad for China, anyways. So let's just take a look at this article. Partial China Hollywood ban begins as retaliation for tariffs. Trump laughs in response. So, like I said, dude, I mean, whatever China is going to do, it's going to backfire on them. That's what's going to happen. It will just backfire on them, and the U.S. will just keep on laughing. So, China's officially announced a partial ban of Hollywood films, escalating cultural tensions following the new 145% tariff on Chinese imports imposed on the media Middle Kingdom by President Trump. The move marks a sharp shift in how Beijing manages U.S. entertainment content, openly linking film import reductions to the White House's trade strategy. And Trump, he's not losing sleep over it. China confirms Hollywood will be curtailed. In a statement released Thursday by the China Film Administration, officials made their position clear to Hollywood and President Trump. The wrong action of the United States government to abuse tariffs on China will inevitably further reduce the domestic audience's favorability towards American films. They said, "We will follow the market rules, respect the audience's choices, and moderately reduce the number of American films imported." The message wasn't subtle. Hollywood is being directly punished for Washington's trade policy. Though China has been opposed strict quotas on foreign films, this is the first time the country has explicitly tied film access to geopolitical retaliation. It's a calculated move in a broader chess match between the world's two largest economies. So, like I said from the last time we spoke about it, China is getting ready to ban Hollywood from American films going to China, and it's gonna bite them because they have made money with that. But of course, Chinese kind of abuse the films by shrinking John Boyega's character in the Star Wars Force Awakens poster, and then of course you have Chadwick Boseman, who had his face showing. They made him. They made him put a. They made told Disney to put him, make him have a mask on, and everything. This is coming out of disrespect, dude. So right now, it's not looking good, man. So films at stake. While Beijing isn't outlined which films will be affected, the two U.S. releases were on deck for imminent release. Marvel's Thunderbolts opening in May had already been approved. 20th Century Studios' Spy Thrill The Amateur is scheduled to debut in Chinese theaters this week. The bigger question now looms over major tentpoles coming later in the year, namely Disney's Zootopia 2 in November and James Cameron's Avatar Fire and Ash in December. If the partial ban is extended or deepened, those titles could take a hit, though one that's far from fatal. Trump doubles down, then laughs it off. On Wednesday, Trump announced a 90-day pause on reciprocal tariffs for 75 countries currently in negotiation with the U.S., but notably excluded China, which he hit with a 125% tariff, raised again Thursday to 145%. So I'll ask about China's move to restrict U.S. films. Trump smirked and said, "I think I've heard of worse things." The president and the entire room then erupted into laughter. His response was quickly circulated by his team across social media, framed as a signal of confidence and dismissal of China's retaliatory measure. So let's hear what Trump had to say about it, because this is probably going to be so funny.
Mr. President, China retaliated today by reducing the number of American films that can be shown there. What's your reaction to them now targeting cultural exports from the United States?
I think I've heard of worse things. Yes, please.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, dude, China's hurting themselves, bro. They're hurting themselves at the same time, and it's just they're making it worse for them. China's making it worse for them, but I mean, hey, we'll see what happens. We'll see what's gonna go on, man, because that's gonna be a lot of money, man. Does this matter for Hollywood not like it used to? While this partial China Hollywood ban is that's newsworthy, it may not cause industry-wide panic some would expect. As detailed earlier this week, China has already lost relevance as a key box office market for American films. Exactly. In 2024, 42 U.S. titles were approved for Chinese theatrical releases, a rebound from just 26 in 2021, but still below the pre-2020 high of 52. Still, recent data shows that even approved films aren't making much money in China anymore. As Film Threat Editor-in-Chief Alan Ninji recently illustrated, China Illustrated contributed only 5% of global box office returns for the top U.S. releases last year, and the translated to just 107 million in actual studio revenue. So I already showed this from the other day, and here are the results. What China's made from these movies, and then globally. So that's across all 10 films combined. In this context, Beijing's partial ban looks less like a blow to Hollywood's future and more like a symbolic warning shot, a reminder that cultural access will be used as leverage in trade disputes. But the financial leverage, that's part mostly gone. Whether Hollywood studios are willing to admit, that is anyone's guess. The final thoughts, message sent, message received. China's decision to reduce Hollywood's presence on its screens is a notable shift, but it comes at a time when Hollywood is already scaling back expectations in the region. The audience has moved on, the numbers have dropped, and the influence China once held over the U.S. Hollywood studios has started to fade. Trump's dismissive response may come off as a flippant, but it also reflects a growing truth inside the entertainment world. Hollywood doesn't need China like it used to, and Trump seems to know that. The door hasn't slammed shut completely, but it's closing fast, and the industry may be just fine leaving it that way. Yeah, man. I mean, I got a feeling, man. Sooner or later, China may dismiss from people going into conventions. You know, U.S. conventions may not be able to go to China anymore. I mean, China may just ban everything. Exporting products to go to the U.S., I think that's what's going to probably happen, bro. If China keeps this up, everything that we used to get that's made from China from here to the U.S. is gone. It's gonna be wiped clean, man. There's not gonna be no one. There's not gonna be nothing to buy over there from China. They may ban conventions. If the U.S. did anything over there in China, they may be forced to leave all their stuff out. So I'm telling you, man, China has been a bad nuisance for a long time, man. So I guess that's what's coming to them, bro. So we'll see. We shall see what happens. So you guys let me know in the comments, what do you guys think of this? So please share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you all for watching this video. Thank you all for being part of the channel. And I'll be seeing you guys until next time. Bye, everyone.